Thursday to see this drama that Sitaram Prabhu promised he will be putting up. As the week passes by, the excitement builds up, and finally comes Thursday. After finishing up at their offices, the friends head up to the hills for the Janmastami festival. As they arrive at the temple, they thank the smart engineer for the idea of carpooling to save the parking spaces on this busy occasion, as well as reducing the carbon footprint on this planet. Not only did they carpool, but they assisted the parking volunteers by parking in the nominated parking bays outside the temple so that they don't get a fine. Anyhow, I think the friends have just reached the temple and are now walking in.
Looks like we are in time. We made it. Yes.
Yeah, let's see how the drama's going to be like.
What is the Bhagwad Gita? The Bhagwad Gita is the Word of God in person. It is the divine conversation between a man called Arjun and God himself in the human form, Lord Krishna. The conversation took place in Kurukshetra, India, more than 5,000 years ago. The Bhagavad Gita answers the all-important questions of who are we? Who is God? Why do we suffer? Is there life after death? Is there life on other planets? How do we become and remain happy in this and the next life? How can we attain the kingdom of God? One may ask, what led to the great war on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, where the Bhagavad Gita was spoken? More than 5,000 years ago, the great king Vichitravirya passed away. Because his eldest son, Dhritarashtra, was born blind and thus not fit to rule, Pandu, the younger son, inherited the kingdom. After the death of King Pandu, his 5 sons, known as the Pandavas, became the lawful inheritors of the kingdom. But as the Pandavas were just still boys, Dhritarashtra assumed the throne for himself. Dhritarashtra had 100 sons, known as the Kauravas. When the Pandavas came of age and were ready to rule the kingdom, they did not want the entire kingdom for themselves, which was rightfully theirs. They were willing to share the kingdom with their cousins. Thus the kingdom was divided into 2 halves between the Pandavas and the Kauravas. Duryodhana, the eldest of the Kauravas, was not satisfied with his share. He wanted to enjoy the entire kingdom for himself. He made several attempts to kill the Pandavas, but was unsuccessful. He then unlawfully took possession of the entire kingdom and forced the Pandavas into exile. The Pandavas then requested just 5 villages, 1 for each brother. To this, Duryodhana replied he would not give them enough land to stick a pin into. Lord Krishna pleaded for a peaceful and non-violent resolution to the land dispute. But Duryodhana rejected him and declared war on the Pandavas. The big war of Mahabharata was thus inevitable. In preparation for the war, both Duryodhana and Arjun approached Lord Krishna for help. Krishna, as God himself, would not turn away anyone who approaches him for help, be they good or wicked. Lord Krishna offered his entire army to one side and himself as an advisor to the other side. Duryodhana snapped at Lord Krishna's army, and Arjun was eager for the Lord himself as an advisor. Thus Lord Krishna became the advisor and charioteer to Arjun. Arjuna faced a dilemma on the battlefield, whether to fight for his rights or run away from the war and let the wicked and evil sons of Dhritarashtra rule the kingdom.
My dear Krishna, seeing my friends and relatives present before me in such fighting spirit, I feel the limbs of my body quivering. My mouth is drying up.
Arjuna, having thus spoken on the battlefield, cast aside his bow and arrows and sat down on the chariot, his mind overwhelmed with grief.
Now I'm confused about my duty, and I've lost all composure in this miserly weakness. In this condition, I'm asking you to tell me what is best for me. Now I'm your disciple, and a soul surrender unto you. Please, instruct me.
One who has taken his birth is sure to die, and after his death is sure to take birth again. Therefore, in this unavoidable discharge of your duty, you should not lament. O mighty arm, one whose senses are restrained from their objects, is certainly of steady intelligence.
O Janardhan, O Keshav, why do you want to engage me in this ghastly warfare when you think intelligence is better than the cruelty work?
Work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu has to be performed. Otherwise, work causes bondage to this material world. Therefore, O son of Kunti, perform your prescribed duties for his satisfaction, and in this way, you will remain free from bondage.
Lord Krishna then encourages Arjuna to surrender everything to him and fight without any desire to win. He further explained to Arjuna,
Even if you are considered the most sinful of all the sinners, when you are situated in the boat of transcendental knowledge, you will be able to cross over the ocean of miseries. Therefore, the doubts that have arisen in your heart are due to the ignorance and should be slashed by the weapon of knowledge. Armed with yoga, O Bharata, stand and fight.
O Krishna, first of all you tell me to renounce work, and then again you recommend work with devotion. Will you kindly tell me definitely which one of the two is beneficial?
Merely renouncing all the activities and yet not engaging in the devotional service of the Lord cannot make one happy. But a thoughtful person engaged in the devotional service can achieve supreme without the delay.
Thereafter, Lord Krishna explained the science of Dhyana Yoga to Arjuna, explaining how the Lord himself is the maintainer of all living entities and is omnipresent but is still not part of this cosmic manifestation. Arjuna further asks,
O Krishna, O Supreme Mystic, how shall I know you? How shall I constantly think of you? In what various forms are you to be remembered? O Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Of the Vedas, I am Samaveda. Of the demigods, I am Indra, the king of heaven. Of the senses, I am the mind. And in the living beings, I am the living force. Of all the creations, I am the beginning and the end, and also the middle.
O Krishna, O Supreme Form, O greatest of all personalities, though I see you as you've described yourself, I want to see how you enter into this cosmic manifestation. I want to see that form of yours. If you think I can behold your universal form, O Master of all mystic powers, please reveal your unlimited universal self.
But you cannot see me with your present eyes. Therefore, I give you divine eyes. Behold my mystic opulence.
Arjuna saw in that universal form unlimited mouths unlimited eyes, unlimited wonderful visions. The form was decorated with many celestial ornaments and bore many divine upraised weapons. He wore celestial garlands and garments, and many divine scents were smeared all over his body. All was wondrous, brilliant, unlimited, and all-expanding. At that time, Arjuna could see in the universal form of the Lord the unlimited expansions of the universe, situated in one place, although divided into many, many thousands. Then, bewildered and astonished, his hair standing on end, Arjuna bowed his head to offer obeisances, and with folded hands began to pray to the Supreme Lord.
I've never seen before. I am gladdened, but at the same time, my mind is disturbed with fear. Therefore, please bestow your grace upon me and reveal again your form as the personality of Godhead. O Lord of the Lord, O God of the universe.
My dear Arjuna, only by undivided devotional service can I be understood as I am, standing before you, and can thus be seen directly. Only in this way you can enter into the mysteries of my understanding.
Further to this, Lord Krishna explains the nature to be the cause of all material activities, and then instructs Arjuna as follows.
Material nature consists of three modes: goodness, passion, and ignorance. O son of Pritha, mode of goodness conditions one to happiness. Passion conditions one to fruitive action. And ignorance, covering one's knowledge, binds one to madness.
O Krishna, by which symptoms is known? Who is transcendental to these three modes? What is his behavior? How does he transcend the modes of nature?
One who engages in the devotional service, unfailing in all circumstances, at once transcends the modes of material nature and thus comes to the level of Brahman.
O Krishna, what is the condition of those who do not follow the principle of scriptures, but they worship according to their own imagination? Are they in goodness, passion, or ignorance?
Anything done as a sacrifice, charity, or penance, without the faith in Supreme, O son of Pritha, is impermanent. It is called asat, and is useless both in this life and the next.
Finally, towards the end of this divine song, the Lord summarizes the 5 causes for accomplishment of all actions, 3 factors that motivate action, the 3 kinds of knowledge, action, worker, understanding, determination, and happiness in the 3 modes of material nature. He also presents the true meaning of Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, and other classes of men, which defies the falsely known caste system in India. Lord Krishna then finally instructed,
Always think of me, become my devotee, worship me, offer your homage unto me, and thus you will come to me without fail. I'm telling you this because you are my very dear friend. O son of Bharata, O conqueror of wealth, have you heard this with an attentive mind? And are your illusions and ignorances now dispelled?
O Krishna, O infallible one, my illusion is now gone. I've regained my memory by your mercy. Now I'm firm and free from doubt, and I'm ready to act according to your instructions.
Jaya said, Thus I have heard the conversation of 2 great souls, Krishna and Arjuna, and so wonderful is that message that my hair is standing on end. By the mercy of Vyasa, I have heard these most confidential talks directly from the master of all mysticism, Krishna, who is speaking personally to Arjuna. O King, as I repeatedly recall this wondrous and holy dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna, I take pleasure, being thrilled at every moment. O King, as I remember the wonderful form of Lord Krishna, I am struck with wonder more and more, and I rejoice again and again. Wherever there is Krishna, the master of all mystics, and wherever there is Arjuna, the supreme archer, there will also certainly be opulence, victory, extraordinary power, and morality. That is my opinion.
And thereafter, Lord Krishna disappeared from this planet, which led to the onset of the Kali Yuga. Since that time, more than 5,000 years have passed. But this message of Lord Shri Krishna is as relevant and important and pertinent to our current lives. Lord Krishna himself may not be present with us in his personal form as he was present with Arjun, but he had this conversation with Arjun for all future generations to implement in their daily lives. So we hope all of you will at least take one message from our beloved Lord today and always be Krishna conscious. Thank you for coming and your patience.
I'd just like to thank everyone who participated in the drama, not only this year, but throughout the years that I've been able to offer this service over Janmastami. Thank you, all of you, for being patient, and hopefully you enjoyed it. And those are just some of the names that were part of the drama. If I missed anyone, please apologies for that. And everyone, thank you very much once again, and enjoy the rest of the program. Happy birthday, Krishna.